Welcome back. If you saw the short, you know the basic setup. I was grilling in my own backyard when Mr. Graham decided my skin color made me a trespasser. That moment, when he had his phone raised and demanded to know what I was doing on my own property, defined the next 6 months of my life. We moved to this suburb specifically for the promise of diversity. I grew up in Chicago. I know the difference between a rainbow flag and real acceptance. And Mr. Graham, with his perfectly manicured lawn and his 15 years on the street, was a textbook gatekeeper. He wasn't scared of a break-in. He was scared of me being comfortable in his territory.
My wife, Leah, handled the first confrontation beautifully, but I knew his apology was fake. The trash can incident happened 2 days later, and then again. I told Leah, raccoons don't angle a security camera. That's when we realized this wasn't just about him seeing a black man he didn't like. This was about the HOA. We had a copy of the HOA bylaws from closing, and we read them cover to cover. They were ancient, 1970s standard, mostly focused on lawn height and trash visibility. I knew confronting him would turn into me being the angry black man, so we went silent. My strategy was simple: documentation. We installed $2,000 worth of cameras, covering every inch of that fence line. We named the main file Operation Paper Trail. Then the HOA notice came. The blood pressure spiked. He didn't just knock over the cans. He filed a formal complaint with a time-stamped photo at 6:47 a.m. while I was showering. We now had a war. His documentation, fake, versus ours, unshakable.
2 weeks of peace followed, but the cameras kept rolling. I spent every night reviewing the footage. And then, at 11:30 p.m. on a Tuesday, I saw it. Mr. Graham, in his gardening gloves, walking over. He knocked the cans over, took out his phone, snapped the photo, and then, the crucial mistake. He adjusted his garage security camera. I now had proof of him vandalizing my property and aiming surveillance at my house. Both massive HOA violations and criminal actions. We waited. We didn't report the vandalism. We didn't call the police. We took that 6:47 a.m. photo from the HOA complaint and matched it to our video, showing him creating the violation. We compiled a 40-page report referencing 5 different bylaws he was breaking, not just surveillance, but also loitering and property damage. Then, we sent the whole file, the video evidence, the HOA complaint copies, and our detailed analysis to the HOA board president and the local precinct. We didn't ask them to punish him. We simply asked for the bylaws to be enforced equally.
The next afternoon, I came home on Wednesday, and there they were. 3 police cars parked right in front of my house. The officers weren't there for me. They were standing on my porch because Mr. Graham had tried to report us for harassment after receiving the HOA letter. The officers were there to review our evidence before proceeding. I played them the footage of him knocking over the cans and the footage of him aiming the camera at my bedroom window. The result was swift. Mr. Graham was formally charged with harassment and vandalism. The HOA fined him heavily, citing multiple ongoing violations documented in our file. He ended up having to pay substantial fees, and because his property was now under active surveillance and legal scrutiny by the HOA, he couldn't sell it easily. Within 6 months, he moved out. The house was sold to a lovely young family. And that is how a simple barbecue turned into a full-scale suburban takedown. If you want more stories like this, hit that subscribe button.